In this video, I want to do a review of an app called Ava or Ava. I don't know which one it is. Let's go with Ava. It's a very popular captioning tool where you can use it on your mobile. It'll transcribe what you're saying. You can show it to the other people, but also if you connect it with other people and they all use the same app, you can watch the conversation on your phone and be part of that group conversation as well. So I guess I'll check it out and see how it works out, and it's part of the playlist that I put together where I review different captioning tools, transcription tools online, and the app on a desktop, whatever it is. I guess I'll give it a shot and see whether they will be of use for me and for yourself as well. Don't forget, if you enjoy the content I'm producing here, you can be a patron on my own Patreon page, where you can support me as little as $3 a month so that I can continue creating content like this and just increase deaf awareness as well. Let's get straight into it, and let's check out from my own phone right here, and you can see it right there. And let's get into checking out Ava and see how it works out. It looks like an ampersand as well. I wonder why. What is an ampersand? So I have already registered. I've got my profile at the top left hand corner, and you can see this is where you start. So if I click on the, let's just start away in the center button, and I just start like that, and it's saying ask your friend to speak into the microphone, which I guess you can do that, but let's just see how it works when I do it myself. And you can watch the transcription happening right there, and it looks pretty good. It looks accurate, it looks clean, it looks quite easy to read. Maybe there are a few small errors, as you expect when you are using auto caption tools. I'm talking like, for example, grammar, full stop, that kind of stuff, but it's not too bad. And you can see there's an issue with the word grammar, and I don't know why you'd use grammar with a capital G, which is weird. Anyway, I didn't eat the timer, if that's what you're wondering, but it says there, did you eat the timer with a capital G? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the whole point is that when you add different participants and you all connect together on the app, for a person who's maybe find it hard to keep up with a group conversation, this might be useful. Another thing as well, at the top left hand corner, the usual setting, I've got the free account and it renews all the time, but it gives you a caption time, as you can see, which is around 5 hours. And if you go on the caption time itself and click on it, this is what you get extra. So student, and if you're an employee in the education industry, I believe you get it for free. You can go unlimited with premium. Apparently it's better accuracy, which I find a bit weird, because it would make me wonder what kind of technology is in a free version, and does it really cost more if you provide a higher quality one in a free version? But instead of making that premium, maybe other features would be premium, which is a bit weird. But anyway, you get infinite caption, you get other languages, and it looks like it's $15 per month is how much it costs. So that's for an individual, and then organization is a completely different story as well. If we go back, let's see what else we have in the settings section. Then we can see that you can select your profile. So it says hard of hearing profile is what I selected, which I find a bit interesting, because there's a bit of a debate about whether you should have different segmentation of deaf. You know, it could be many, many things. I don't know what difference does it make if you are deaf and hard of hearing in regards to using the app. I have no idea. So that's one thing that it gets a bit confusing, because if I feel like deaf and then I go back to the center where you start off and you caption as normal, then I don't know if it makes any difference at all to the quality of it. And I don't think it does. So I'm not sure. I don't know why they're deaf and hard of hearing. Maybe it could have been good if they clarify that. But anyway, that's an option there. And oh, look at this. If I press the setting at the bottom, it tells you the accuracy 85%, which is okay, I suppose. But it looks like you have to pay $15 a month if you want the 90 to 95%, which is quite expensive, I think. If you want that, is it worth it? Hard to say. For someone like me, I don't think so. But what if other people, they want it like that? Anyway, let's go back to the setting. And the other interesting thing is that you can choose the voice, either male or female. So it depends. For example, someone like me, I'm deaf to high frequency sound. Sometimes certain female voice, it's a bit more difficult to understand, but then that can apply to male voices as well. But I prefer the deeper the bass. It's easier for me to hear that. But maybe for others, it's the other way around. It's applicable. And then the usual thing you have a text side. You can, adjust that. You can save transcript. And the vocabulary boost is an interesting one, but it looks like it's not available. So you can add words to a dictionary, and there are other tools that you can do that. And I believe Otter.ai, you can do that there. You can add your own vocabulary, like for example, my own name. That's quite tricky for the auto caption to pick up, but it looks like you can't do that for free, which is a bit of a shame because I think that's a basic thing really, but maybe it's not for some people. Curse word, should you allow it? It's up to you. And a microphone, I don't know what that means. Set up Bluetooth microphone. Okay, so you can have the option of both as well. And then everything else below it. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So you got your usual stuff about support and help center. And the transcript at the bottom, this is where if it was saved, it will go there. And yeah, you just had a 6-minute conversation. How did it ever work for you? Let's just say 4, and then keep testing. I'm just going to keep trying it. And then you can see the transcript is there already. You can export it. You can share it, which is useful as well. I do like having that option, which is quite cool. And again, at the bottom, like I said, you can add your own contacts, which is quite useful. Have a group conversation. I wonder what does discover mean on the bottom right hand corner. Ah, okay. So these are the scenarios that you can use it in, and it's telling you that you can use it in all of these scenarios, which is quite good. So let's just say, for example, group hangout. If I click on that, it tells you what to do step by step. So look for an ally. It's easier if someone in a group is already familiar with Ava. Well, obviously, I mean, it's like saying, like, next one, connect all phones easily. This is what I've shown you earlier about scanning each phone so that the conversation is happening on one screen on the phone, so you can keep up with that. You can go hands-free, put earbuds, microphone, or stuff like that. You can order a microphone. So let's see what happens if I click on order a microphone. I'm guessing it takes you to Amazon. Right, okay. Takes you to Amazon. It says Ava recommended microphone. Right. I mean, this is the US, so it's completely pointless for me to buy from there. So that's not relevant. So I don't know how useful that is, but maybe it's better if they link to a page about recommended microphone, because I feel like they're trying to just get affiliate income like that. But anyway, let's go back to a different scenario. I'm interested to see as well. Let's pick a random one. Let's pick one like stores and shops at the bottom. Click on that. Hold microphone close for best result. So it says that you need to keep it within 1 foot of the speaker. You can turn your phone 180 degrees toward the speaker like you record an interview. Imagine that. Imagine just doing this to a person and then you just like speak. That's quite awkward to do, but I can understand why you need to do that. It says you type, Ava speaks. Right, okay, so there's a voice thing as well. So I should try that actually. Maybe I should try that. Give me a second. Go next. Want full access. Send us staff contact info. We can help him set up. I don't know why I'd want to do that. It's a bit weird. Anyway, let's just go back to start subtitles. So if I type it in, let's just stop the actual subtitles there. I don't know how to type it in. Maybe the bottom left hand corner. Ah, okay. So maybe if I type it in, let Ava voice for you. Oh, okay. But then what if I want to type? Let's just, Ava, stop it. It's not really allowing me. It's very, very complicated actually. Right. Type microphone. I want to type onto it. It's not very easy to do that. I can't see the cursor, the blinking cursor. That would have been quite good. So let's just say, right, you just type it straight away. Hello, how are you? And then how do you voice that? Let's see if I put the volume up. Find it quite hard to use. I mean, I'm tapping the keyboard and then it's like, you have to type it in straight away. And if I type in the microphone, no, I can't. not really, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So this is where it would have been quite good if they can explain how to do that. Text detected, tap to paste. How can I delete all that? How can I type it in? How can I, it's just so, not very good, is it, this way? Let's just say if I want to voice it. I need some help with my, oh, no. Okay, maybe we should forget about that. Doesn't really work very well like that. But anyway, I think that part is a bit confusing to use, but maybe just ignore that part, which is weird. But at least when you talk into it, it's fine. But then obviously for those people who only communicate via sign language, you're not going to use that. What's the point? So it seems a bit weird for me for a time. Maybe it will take me time to get used to it. But anyway, that's the story. That's Ava for you. You can check it out. You can download the app. It's free for, I believe, 6 hours, I think it was. And then after that, you can decide if you want to pay $15 a month. Let me know what you think if you have used Ava before. I'd love to know, because I do believe it is quite popular, especially in the US. And it's popular there, but I've never really heard it here in the UK. But maybe it's just one of these things that people need to be aware of, and maybe it's useful for you. But I think it looks like you need to get used to it. The interface, I'm not really a fan of how the user interface is laid out. I feel like it's a bit difficult to use, maybe, especially the typing the keyboard. You can't really see the cursor. You don't know where to press. It seems a bit weird. However, it's popular for a reason, and it does give you those scenarios. I like how it tells you how to do X, Y, and Z, like group conversation. If you are at a university lecture, if you want to do a public event speaking, this is how you can use it. That's quite useful. I think that's quite useful, but it seems like there's a bit of a tweak there. It's a shame that there are certain things that is paid for. So for example, the vocabulary bit and the better quality accuracy. It'd be interesting to see why, because if it's auto caption, then you wonder what is it there's an extra that means that you have to pay for. It's a bit confusing, but I hope that makes sense. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know your own experiences from using Ava, and if you haven't tried it, I'll put the link in the description down below. If you found this useful, make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe button as well while you're at it. In the meantime, I will speak to you again soon. Take care.